Good morning, everyone. My dear students, yesterday we had discussed about Vijayanagara Empire. In that, lastly we had discussed about Battle of Rakasatangadi. So the Battle of Rakasatangadi fought in the year 1565, right? Battle of Rakasatangadi, also known as Talikota, the Battle of Talikota. Okay, so that was actually fought between Aliya Ramaraya, that is son-in-law of Krishna Deva Raya from Aravidu dynasty. So Deccan Sultanates united together and fought against Ramaraya, and finally Ramaraya defeated, and his sons Venkata and one more Tirumala escaped from the war. So through that we can understand Ramaraya had defeated in the Battle of Talikota. So through this, the Vijayanagara Empire declined, came to an end, and after that, yes, of course, many independent kingdoms rise to the power, such as Chitradurga, Mysuru, and Yelahanka, and Surpur became an independent kingdoms in Karnataka. So now let us understand today about their administration, cultural contribution of Vijayanagara emperors. Okay, so Vijayanagara emperors' contribution is great in the field of art and architecture, especially administration, social status, economic, religious status. If you understand, yes, of course, they were the greatest people who gave a lot of contributions to the society. So now today let us discuss about the art and architecture, cultural administration, economic status, social status, as well as religious status. Okay, so first let us understand about the administration. Okay, so when we understand about the administration, so Vijayanagara emperors had a strong central administration. For the administration purpose, they had divided provinces. So they made the whole kingdom into provinces. Provinces were divided into regions, and regions were divided into cities, and cities were further divided into villages. So for the smooth functioning of the administration, so they have divided the states or provinces like this. Okay, so of course there were some ministers to assist the kings, some local leaders, as well as some ministers were there to assist kings to for the king to rule in the kingdom. And of course the province is one of the biggest unit where it was taken care by the king's representatives, that is, they are called regional officers. Okay, so let us understand, the whole kingdom was divided into province, and province divided into region, and region was divided into city, and city was further divided into village. So like this kind of administration they had, the administration system they have divided for the smooth functioning of the administration. Okay, so that is about the administration. And also the king was the supreme judiciary. The king was the supreme judiciary. Whatever the final decision he makes, that was final. And some of the hereditary officers also were there. So the hereditary officers were the in charge of the villages. Hereditary officers. So they used to collect land tax, and then road tax, fair tax, professional tax. Okay, many taxes were collected by these people, hereditary officers, and of course they had some of the, in order to protect the kingdom, they had some military system, cavalry, elephantry, and elephantry army was existed. Okay, for the protection of the kingdom. And Arabian horses, they used to import Arabian horses. Arabian horses were the central attraction of the kingdom. Okay, in Vijayanagara Empire. Okay, that is about the administration. Do you have any doubt about the administration? So now, children, let us move on to next. Next one is about social status. Social status. Next one is social status. During Vijayanagara Empire, we can understand the society. If you wanted to understand the society, the people had practiced sati system, and child marriage was also was practiced. Sati system, Devadasi system. Okay, in the society, if you understand, child marriage was existing. Child marriage, Devadasi system, Sati system, Devadasi. Okay, Devadasi system, you know, do you know about Devadasi system? Okay, Devadasi system means, so the girl childs were left to temples. They have to stay back there only and they have to serve to God. They had one of the superstition belief. Okay, so like Devadasi, she is only there to serve God and she has to stay in temple. She never used to go to no, her house. Okay, that was the system. She must stay at temple. That was one of the no bad superstition belief they had. Sati system means, you know, so that is child marriage means, so getting marriage in the early age. Okay, very early age. And Sati system means if the husband died, the now wife also used to jump and to the funeral fire. That system is known as Sati system. Okay, so now let us understand, and also not only this Sati system and not only this system, but also the monogamy was practiced by them. Monogamy means having only one wife, but some of the rich and some of the rich people and king sometimes used to practice polygamy, having many wives. That system also was existed, and during their time, Dasara was patronized. Dasara and Deepavali were the great festivals patronized by Vijayanagara emperors. Okay, so that is about the society or social life. Now let us understand about the economic status. Now let us move on to the economic status. So when we discuss about the economic status, agriculture was the main occupation. Okay, of the Vijayanagara emperors. Okay, they used to grow cotton, sugar, maize. Okay, and some of the different, some of the other different crops were grown by the Vijayanagara people. Okay, and agriculture, of course, they had they had water system such as building tanks and wells were the source of water for them, and they used to now export many crops. Okay, like maize, sugar, cotton, and some of the clothes, rice, so are actually exported to other country, and some of the things were imported from other countries, so such as horse, silk, and some Mukmal cloths were imported from them, okay, from other countries. So now we can understand, yes, of course, the Vijayanagara emperors or Vijayanagara people had a international trade, okay, with other countries. So that we can understand, yes, of course, there was a great business with other country people. Okay, and weaving cloth industry was also one of the important industry during that time. Bhatkala, Honnavara, Mangalore were some of the important ports. Bhatkala, Honnavara, okay, Karkala, okay, Marmagaon. These were some of the important ports. Okay, during that time where export and import were taking place. Okay, so that is about the economic status of the Vijayanagara people, and also some of the gold coins were used during that time, and some of the god and goddesses pictures were erected on the coins. Okay, so that is about the economic condition. Next, let us understand about the literature. Okay, literature. So some of the books already mentioned, the work of books, literary books. So yes, we discussed about Krishnadevaraya. Krishnadevaraya himself was a great poet, and he was really a great poet, as he himself wrote one of the book in Telugu, that is Amukta Malyada. Okay, and Jambavati Kalyana, and Chamarasa wrote Prabhulinga Leela, and Ganga Devi. Who is Ganga Devi? Do you know? The wife of Kampana. Okay, so she wrote Madhura Vijayam, and Kumara Vyasa wrote Gadugina Bharata. These are some of the great literary works took place during the Vijayanagara Emperor's time, where most of the great poets were existed in the court of Shri Krishna Deva Raya, and he also patronaged and protected some of the Ashtadhiggajas. So, okay, they are called. They were actually really supported to king. Ashtadhiggajas were present in the court of Shri Krishna Deva Raya. Some of them are Nandi Timmana, okay, Allasani Peddana, and Srinatha, then Bengali Suranna, Tenali Ramakrishna, a great, who is that? What they call? A great poet. Among Ashtadhiggajas, Tenali Ramakrishna stories were very famous, okay, and he was one of the famous court poet. Okay, and one more Kannada poet also I told. Who is that? Lakkanna Dandesha. Okay, was one of the Kannada poet of Sri Krishna Deva Raya court. And next one is, let us move on to next, religious harmony. During their time, religious, yes, when we discuss about religious matter, we have a lot of difference in the society, but during the Vijayanagara emperors, it was not like that. So they always maintained harmony between the religions. So they united, especially when we understand the description of Shravana-Belagola inscription of 1368 CE, which tells very clearly when Bukkaraya solved differences, opinions between Jains and Vaishnavas. So he settled the dispute between Jains and Vaishnavas of Hindus. And also they have tolerated many religions. They have the religious tolerance. They respected all the religions. And one of the, among them we can understand, one of the person who had visited during this time was Barbosa. Barbosa, who visited Vijayanagara Empire, he told that very clearly. So Hindu, Muslims, Jain, Sikhs, and Christians, Jews, all were respected equally, and all religions were treated equally during the Vijayanagara time. So because these kings were respected, all the religions were respected. So it shows that Vijayanagara kings were very great, and they gave importance for all the religions. Okay, let us move on to the last one, that is art and architecture. Okay, art and architecture. So I am going to write some of the important points. Please note down in the please write running notes. Okay, art and architecture. Let us come back to the art and architecture. Yes, many people will go to now visit Hampi. Okay, Hampi is ruined today because you know that because of Talikota battle, many Deccan Sultanates who destroyed many temples, but still some of the ruined temples are existed. Okay, now let us discuss about them. What is their achievement in the art and architecture? If we discuss, yes, this Vijayanagara art and architecture had a Dravidian style. So they had a style of structure or building structure. They had style of Dravidian. They followed the Dravidian style of art and architecture. Dravidian style of art and architecture. It was told by one of the historian, Parsi Brown. His name is Parsi Brown. Is one of the historian said that. So the the style of architecture and the sculpture was in Vijayanagara. The followed was Dravidian style. Okay, so during that time they built many temples. The some of the notable temples during that time was Hajara Ramaswamy Temple, Hajara Ramaswamy Temple, Vitala Temple, Virupaksha Temple, Vitala Temple, and Virupaksha Temple are notable temple during their time. Very beautiful temple they had. Okay, they built. Okay, and Kamal Mahal. Okay, are also Kamal Mahal also is one of the temple, very important temples which were built by during their time. And what is the feature of these temples? Features of this temple, so that they are very spacious. They are very spacious. They will be having huge hall and high tower. The hall is, I mean, huge hall. Okay, like marriage hall. Okay, you have all have seen. Okay, marriage hall, very big and spacious hall. Okay, and spring pavilions and very wide marriage hall and tower, high tower. These are the some of the features of this temple. Okay, so that is called Dravidian style of art and architecture. Okay, so during the Vijayanagara period. Okay, even today we see some of the, Vijayanagara art and architecture. Some of the places such as Tirupati, Kalahasti, Kalahasti, Srirangam, Kumbakonam, Kanchi. These were some of the greatest places of Vijayanagara emperors who built great temples, and some of them stone chariots were also found. Stone chariots. In Kannada we say Ratha. Okay, and that is Ganapati of Hampi. Okay, so that is some of the stone chariot idols. That is Narasimha and Ganapati are important stone chariots, as well as some of the idols which were greatly sculptured during the Vijayanagara time. Okay, they are very common. At the same time, we can understand the music. Okay, reached to very height. They actually Karnataka music started from Vijayanagara emperors. Okay, that is who was started by Purandaradasa and Kanakadasa. So, okay, so in this picture you could see the great contribution for the art and architecture of Vijayanagara emperors. You could see in this picture, that is stone chariot. Okay, where elephants, 2 elephants were carved. Okay, front, and you could see some of the wheels, stone wheels. Okay, and Ganapati Hampi and idols of Narasimha Hampi. Okay, so even today if you visit those places, you could greatly understand about the contribution of Vijayanagara emperors. Virupaksha temple, Hajara Ramaswamy temple, Vitala temple, some of them are very great temple which were built by Vijayanagara emperors. Of course, in the history, we never forget about Vijayanagara emperors. So their contribution is very great to Karnataka, and some of the songs were also in film. We could watch some of the songs were also described about Hampi or Vijayanagara. That is Kelisade Kalli Kallinali Kannada Nudi. Okay, do you have any doubt? Thank you.